Hello everybody and welcome back to D&D Blender presents Wild Beyond the Witchlight, now with full audio. I am your humble DM, Tim, and today we have with us Charmaine.
I am here once again.
There we go. Kegara.
Was it the same black cat?
Fleur.
I'm getting a weird sense of deja vu.
And Jackie.
Yeah, in case you don't notice, I'm Jackie.
In the previous session, you guys managed to clean out Bavlorna's hut, as well as return the head of Clapperclaw and the heart to Octavian. Returning back to the Soggy Court, you find that the head of King Gullop the 19th is now adorning with the heads of the other members of the Soggy Court. You are heralded and hailed as the heroes of the evening, and celebrations ensue for the night, and you are given a place to stay for the evening in one of the old huts. So you guys take your long rest over here. Just reenacting what we already missed out on with the recording here.
Yes.
With Kegara's ability to just go into a trance, he decides to do the watch for the evening. And during the night, as you are nearly at rest, you see a shadow poke its head through the door. It looks around, and then it begins to make a beeline for Fleur. You don't like this, and so you stir. It notices you stirring and begins to run. You whip out with your Harlequin's Kiss, doing an 11 points of damage to it. It screams, waking everybody, and then it disappears out the door. Jackie then decides to write a sign saying no shadow people allowed, pins that to the outside of the door, and your night goes by without any more interruptions. And
Sign worked.
yes. And now the audio is working properly. We're back to where we were. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's a good thing that I found out when I did, because we weren't too far into the episode, because that could have been disastrous.
Indeed.
All right, so, yes, and Clapperclaw comes a knocking, saying that he has secured the use of a hot air balloon to take you to, a swamp gas balloon, to take you to Thither when you are ready. So the morning is yours. What would you like to do?
First, breakfast.
Breakfast it is. Now, I actually have... Did you want to go looking for... did you want to do survival to go looking for foods, or...
Well, I was assuming that we were going to be provided breakfast, but if we weren't provided breakfast, then I suppose we'll forage.
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine, yeah. They've got the thing is, so it's mostly insect-based.
It's a continental breakfast. There's
Yes.
10 types of insect.
10 types, yeah, so you wouldn't, not necessarily something that you would enjoy, but there's...
I'll eat that.
Perhaps we'll look for some mushrooms.
Well, there are plenty of mushrooms beside you, yeah.
So what was Jackie saying?
So I'm happy to eat him because I am a frog.
Fair point.
All right, so if you want to go searching, it is a survival check.
Survival.
Yes.
Is it the one? It's the one.
Is it survival?
Ooh, 22.
22. All right, roll me a d8.
D8. 2.
2. You find a minty 3-leaf clover.
Ooh.
Oh, wow. Okay. So this So you can actually pluck one of the leaves off, and eating that leaf will give you equivalent sustenance for 8 hours. It also has the added benefit of allowing you to communicate telepathically with another creature up to 100 feet away.
Ooh!
Provided they have also eaten a leaf.
Are there enough leaves for all of us?
There's 3 of them, so one of you would have to miss out.
Oh, well, I rolled 24 for survival.
Roll another d8 then, Jackie. 8. You find a gourd shaped like a plump little dragon. So it's a little pumpkin in the shape of a dragon.
Okay, cool.
Okay, and that gives you 2d4 plus 2 temporary hit points. So roll 2d4. No. There you go. So you get 6 temporary hit points from eating that. So you're actually... Oh, hang on. There we go. So you currently have 49 out of 43 hit points.
Where you want to be?
So, you guys are now well fed with your Fey foraging. What's the matter, Fleur?
No, my dinner just arrived and I'm preoccupied with the thing I talked to you about before, so... Yeah.
And you also actually notice you guys are in a relatively good mood, and so is the mood of everyone else. The frog, like the smaller frogs, like was were croaking. Now you're actually hearing them go, "I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you."
Oh. I want to say back to the frogs, I love you too.
Let's keep going. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you.
Oh, thank you, frogs. I love you too. You're so sweet.
All right, so where to? What to?
I want to go up on the balloon.
Yeah, we can go on the balloon and we can go off to the next one over.
That sounds like fun.
Oh yeah, sounds like a plan.
Are we going on a balloon, Mum?
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds cool. And Scarf is like, oh, shit. All right, fine. Let's go. So
What are you afraid about, Scarf? You can fly.
Yes, exactly, under my own power. I don't trust anything else that is able to fly. I have my own wings, thank you very much.
Well, if it makes you feel that unsafe, if something happens, you can just fly away.
No, that's true. All right, let's go.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys head on round, and you meet up with Clapperclaw at the balloon, and there is a bunch of other all the other members of the Soggy Court are all here, waiting to see you off, as well as the giant lizard. And you all mount up in the balloon, and to great fanfare from Vansel as well as everyone else, you take off into the sky with Clapperclaw attempting to work out how to fly the thing, because he knows the direction, has no idea how to fly it. But you guys somehow managed to work it out. And it's like, I can't! I don't know how it works! Goodbye, folks! It's the end of The Wizard of Oz, and you guys travel up into the sky, out of Downfall, out of Hither, and eventually come down in the land of Thither. Witchlight. The Thither Road. The balloon gets stuck in a tree.
Because of course it does.
Yes. None of you know how to pilot it, so...
It should just work. We're in
To the
fairyland.
left! To the left!
It's like, ah! So Clapperclaw, he says, well, that's a bit unfortunate. I'll stay here and attempt to recover the balloon, and in fact, no, screw it. I'll just make my way back on foot. It'll be much easier. I wish you the best of luck, though. I shan't be coming with you any further. I've had to deal with, I think it's Granny Nightshade, if I remember correctly. You double check. Yes. I've had to deal with Granny Nightshade before, and I do not envy you this position, but you are competent, and you have helped me out, so good luck to you.
Thank you. Take care.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Snaps the claws and scampers away. And just heads on back down the road. Welcome to Thither.
Oh, it's so pretty.
Alright. Probably one of the first things you notice when you arrive, like climbing down out of the tree, there's actually a poster, a wanted sign, I should say, that is hammered into the bark of one of the tree, like actually stabbed into the bark of one of the trees by a very large pin, so not actually nailed, like stabbed in like with a knife. And it reads, Will of the Feywild, special offer. This sorry wretch stole from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth.
Ooh,
Ooh.
that sounds good.
And there is a picture of a very nicely drawn bit of artwork of a young boy with an afro.
And he stole something, or he was stolen?
He stole something. It says, this sorry wretch has stolen from me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll give you back 10 years of your youth. That's what that
Is
poster
that
reads.
for everyone who helps? Or do we have to divide?
You have no idea. It just says, yeah. What is written on the poster is what you know.
Oh.
Yeah.
Give us a couple of years, it'd be pretty cool.
What happened to Slow?
I think we left him behind.
Yeah, Slow got left behind, unfortunately.
Oh no!
Poor Slow.
Hey, where'd you guys go?
Just shows up. It's like, I gave you a head start.
Now you also do have the floating lily pad as well. So that's with you at the moment. It's just hovering behind you. So you begin to make your way down the path. This place is a lot less swampy than the last place you were in. Fleur, one thing that you notice as you begin to go down the path is a fairy ring.
I'm gonna go check it out.
Okay. So you fly over to the fairy ring, and the mushrooms, as soon as you get close to them, begin to separate and go, bugger off! Yeah, get stuffed! You're not welcome here, go away! And they separate out and actually break the ring.
Oh.
I'm going to fly to where the ring is broken, where they moved away, and just sit there. So I freeform it.
So you sit there and go, that's not gonna work. What are you talking about? Get out of here. You're a real failure, what? You're gonna die, you know that?
I just got here.
Yeah, that's fine. Just go back to where you came from. Go on, get out of here.
Well, I came from... I don't remember where... I don't remember where I came from!
You notice these are the same little mushroom people as that one that jumped out the window back at the house, but these ones are a lot ruder.
Well, why are you making circles if you don't want the fairies to sit in them?
Not for you. Not for you. Yeah, not for you. That's right. Yeah, no, not for you.
What's wrong with me?
Not the right fairy.
What is the right fairy?
Get out of here.
They start shooting spores at you.
I'm gonna go forward and try and scoop up Fleur.
I'm being stubborn and I'm
now,
cross
Fleur.
my arms and cross my legs sitting on the ground.
Can I scoop you up under your butt?
I mean, I don't really get much of a choice, do I?
Well, you can struggle.
That's just gonna make me look stupid.
Just scoop you up all dignified and shit.
Yeah.
Come along now, miss. It's time for your appointment.
I suppose.
Have a nice day, mushrooms.
Yeah, goodbye.
And as soon as you leave, they reform the circle.
Those weren't very nice fairies, were they?
Well, they're not fairies, they're mushrooms. It's got a fairy circle is a circle of mushrooms.
They were very nice mushrooms.
I think it's in their nature to tease, but they were a little bit more rude than usual.
Yes, they were being quite rude.
They can be used. You know that if you know the right sequence, you can actually use these to teleport to different circles.
Ooh! Like you do a dance inside the circle?
Something like
Yeah.
that. Like there's different things that will relate to it. So.
Like, there's a dance, and you've got to tap the right mushrooms in the right order, and say the right words, and then poof, you move.
I love that.
Scarf's like, where the hell am I? I'm in this damn bush. Returning back to the path, you begin to make your way down. You notice as well. Oh, I probably should actually read the intro to Thither. The mists part to reveal a primeval forest. A fragrant breeze wafts through the enormous trees, sending motes of pollen dancing into the air. Patches of sunlight kiss the forest floor as the sweet melody of birdsong echoes all around.
Sounds like a lovely place.
Okay. As you continue on down the path, you come across the trail of monstrous claw prints on the forest floor.
Ooh. Do you reckon there's a bigger scarecrow dude?
If you want to try and work out what something left it, you can do an intelligence nature check.
Let's do a nature check. Where is my nature? $21.
You know that these claws are some kind of dragon creature.
Some kind of dragon creature.
And you
What
follow.
kind of dragon creatures live out here?
You're not really sure. And you notice that at the end of the, like they travel on down this thing. This is a lot longer than what it is. This is just like the representation of the trail as you go.
Yeah.
So if you follow the claws for like a couple of miles, you realize they get very deep and then they just disappear. You think more than likely this is probably where it took off. Yep, exactly.
Interesting. Well, we look on the ground for people and things, and we also need to look up in the air for things.
Yes.
Don't really want to get surprised at by a big clawed critter. That would be uncomfortable. Shall we keep following the path?
Yeah.
Yes.
Alright, so you make your way down even further, and you see off the path a cave, a rocky outcropping with a cave. Cozy torchlight radiates from the cave. In a wooded hillside 20 feet from the cave is a tree with a weathered sheet of parchment nailed to the trunk.
Let's have a look at that.
You look at the parchment. It's another one of those wanted posters.
Mm-hmm.
This one's older than the previous one that you saw. And it says, "Bring this wisp of a thief to me alive and unharmed, and I'll ensure that no sword can ever break your skin."
Ooh, a different offer from the last one.
Same person thing?
Same person, Will of the Feywild. And you don't know why, Charmaine, but the name, it's familiar to you, like the name's like on the tip of your tongue, but you just can't
Place it.
Yeah, you can't place it. Yeah, exactly. Or the face is, at least, anyway.
I feel like I've seen this fella before, but I can't remember where. Have you seen this person before?
No.
It'll come to me. What's in the cave?
You head towards the cave. You hear the sound of... almost like the sound of, like, grinding. That's all you can tell from this exit.
There's no door or anything?
Oh, there's... No, like, there's the entrance. There's
okay.
the entrance. No.
Charmaine's gonna step just inside the door and be like, "Hello!"
Yeah.
Ah! Hello?
Oh, hello.
I will... Whoops, hang on. I will transport you to the interior.
Ooh.
You can't actually... you... Yes.
What are you doing?
I was just wondering if anybody was home.
Yes, I'm home. Who are you?
What's your name? Oh, my name is Charmaine.
Yeah. The name's Nib.
Oh,
I want to go
name
in
is
with Charmaine.
Sorry, what was that? You guys spoke over each other.
I want to go into Charmaine.
Ah, okay. Kegara?
And back up.
I guess I shall follow along.
Okay. Jackie?
Yeah.
Alright. So everyone comes in.
Your home is being invaded.
Hello, we are but friendly travelers. Give us all your shit.
I realize what I've done here. I've got the grid on the wrong scale. That's why Nib is so tall. There you go. That makes more sense.
Give me. Stop eating my glitter.
So you see, inside the cave, a wizened old man wearing a blindfold. He sits at a spinning wheel, surrounded by piles of gold. As he spins, he reaches out and grasps handfuls of coins, which are transformed at his touch into gleaming gold fibers.
Ooh.
Yes.
So what do you want? I'm very busy.
Oh, what are you up to in here?
Oh, I led a cruel and heartless existence, and I earned these riches by exploiting my talents. Misery, buying up condemned property and renting it out for exorbitant fees. Well, Granny Nightshade is helping me to make amends. I told her I wanted to put my bad deeds behind me and my ill-gotten gains to good use. Well, she cursed me to dwell here forever in this cave, spinning my gold into useful items to anyone who comes my way. Can I interest you in something?
Oh, certainly. If you're offering, she's gonna pick up her skirts and waddle over, sit down in front of him.
What sort of gift do we have to give in return for something like that, Charmaine?
No, he goes, oh, no, this is not following the rule of reciprocity. This is my curse, so I'm forced to do this.
Oh.
Yes, come along, Flo. Maybe perhaps the old man will give us something useful.
All right, so if you guys wish to acquire a thing, roll a d8.
8. 3.
3. He grabs a handful of coins and begins to spin and spin and spin and spin and spin, and eventually he creates a pair of golden boots for you.
Oh, how lovely! Thank you, sir. What do they do?
They are boots of elven kind.
Oh.
Fuck yeah!
So while wearing these boots, you your steps make no sound. Regardless of the surface you're moving across, you have advantage on dexterity stealth checks that rely on moving silently.
Fuck yeah.
6. Oh. You get a pair of gloves, Jackie, which are identical to the gloves that you currently have. It's a set of gloves of thievery.
Oh.
You already have gloves of thievery. So,
I have 2 gloves.
so she has 4 sets of gloves of thievery.
A 7.
7, you get a wand of secrets. It has 3 charges. While holding it, you can use an action to expend one of its charges. If a secret door or trap is within 30 feet of you, the wand pulses and points at the nearest one to you. It gains 1d3 charges at dawn. And Fleur?
Sorry.
D8.
D what? 7.
7. You also get a wand of secrets.
Wand of secrets.
So,
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. I'm not gonna have a choice.
hey, is there a way to free you of your curse?
Well, I'm haunted by my own words. As long as my ill-gotten gains were put to good use, my bad deeds would remain behind me. As you can see it, he points behind him, and you see strange apparitions actually behind him, sort of like whispering in his ears over his shoulder when you're looking closely at him. They lurk behind my back, tormenting me with pokes in my ribs and whispering in my ear, and I can't bear to look at them in the eye, not after what I did to them.
That's why he's also wearing a blindfold.
But I suppose if you can find some way to remove the curse, maybe Granny Nightshade would be the one to do it. I couldn't tell.
Oh, we'll look into it. Because we are very grateful for these offerings.
You're welcome. Now, if you don't mind, I'm very busy.
Really? Okay.
Yes, he goes, yes, look, and he waves his hand at this massive pile of gold.
So I'm going to turn all this into items to give to people.
Well, would you be able to tell us where to find Granny Nightshade?
She lives in Loomlurch. It's a giant fallen down tree. I couldn't really tell you the way, unfortunately.
He points to his eyes. Wearing the blindfold.
Point.
But you can't.
A giant tree.
Yes, it's a giant fallen down tree. It's Goblin Market outside. You can't miss it.
Oh, well, thank you very much. You've been very helpful.
You're welcome. Good luck.
Thank you. Goodbye.
I'll throw a few rations at him.
Oh, thank you.
They hit him in the head. Because he can't. Like, thanks! Alright. You guys head on out. So... give me... Sorry, give me a moment. Just trying to find the thing here. Ah. Give me another D8, somebody.
4.
4. All right. As you step out of the cave and begin to make your way back, I'll actually put you guys here because it makes more sense. You guys begin your travels. Kegara, the blade of shit fuckery starts going, trouble, and a hostile dryad and 7 awakened shrubs emerge from the undergrowth and surround you. So it steps out in front of you, or it just steps out and says, "Who is it that you serve?"
Ourselves.
And who exactly are you?
I'm Fleur.
Hmm?
I look at everyone else for them to introduce themselves.
I'm Jackie, and I'm whoever I want to be. At the moment.
What exactly does that mean?
Means I'm a frog now.
I can see that.
Yes, I am what you see.
I'm Charmaine. What's your name?
My name is Meadowleaf, but you would know that because you work for that evil hag, don't you?
Oh? Why
We
would
don't
I
work
work
for
for
any hag.
person?
One at a time, I can't understand you.
Rude.
You
Well,
go first.
I don't think you know as much as you think you do, because we would not be working for a hag. We work for ourselves.
Hmm.
Can I roll to persuade her?
Yes.
But
roll,
we don't?
Yes, roll a charisma persuasion. Yes.
Okay. 28?
Yeah, you get she like the bushes stop moving and she goes,
Very well. So you don't work for her.
No, we don't.
Hmm.
We just killed Baba Yagamaga.
You killed
The one in
Baba.
the swamp.
You killed Baba Yaga. Wow, you guys are very powerful. I'm not going to mess
One
with.
down, 2 to go.
I'm not going to mess with you. So, come on,
One
boys.
down,
Let's
two
get
to
out of
go.
here. She turns around and just dives back into the undergrowth, and the bushes all follow her.
See?
Oh. Well, alright. Goodbye.
Well done. You survived that random encounter.
Oh.
So,
Hopefully she'll tell other people so don't mess with us.
Yeah.
all right. Traveling along again, you come across yet another poster. This one says, "This rapscallion vexes me. Deliver him to me alive and unharmed, and I'll curse one creature whom you name."
What if we named her? How funny would that be?
That's a good idea. I'm going to take that poster and put it in my pocket.
Okay. As soon as you tear it down, another one forms, and this one says, "Special offer! Bring this impetuous brat to me, and you can claim one item of your choice from my workshop."
Charmaine's face.
I'll get that one.
Oh, this one's very pretty. I think I'll take this one too.
Okay. Another one appears. "Deliver this rascal alive and unharmed, and as payment I offer you the power to bring the dead back to life."
Oh,
Mm-hmm.
that might be useful. Someone dies.
Does it say where to bring him?
It just says to Granny Nightshade's workshop.
Ah. So Granny Nightshade really wants to get a hold of this fella.
Apparently. Apparently.
Continue on.
Yeah,
Yes, I suppose.
guess
Is there still road left?
Yeah, it's still plenty of road. This road keeps going on and on and on and on. What one? Oh, jeez. Any phone calls? You get to a point where the road looks like it should end. Like you see like a clearing out, but as soon as you walk towards the clearing, you find yourself walking out of the clearing. Like back the way you came. Like you sort of walk up to this point here and then you immediately end up walking back.
How thick is the brush on either side? Is it just grass or is it like bushes?
It's grass and bushes. It's not thick. It's very easy to walk through, but
What if we walk to the side of the path and then into the clearing?
same thing happens. You walk in, you walk straight back out again.
And start circling the clearing.
Okay. The clearing, anytime you try to get around it, same thing happens. You just end up turned around. You have no idea why.
This is a very strange place.
Yeah. Welcome to the Feywilds.
I really want to know what's in there.
So just picture yourself already in there. Looking around.
Alright. You're gonna stand there and think real hard.
You think really hard, but nothing happens.
It didn't work.
Sometimes it does and sometimes it doesn't.
And you see...
Have you tried walking backwards?
See Chester starts going... Shoo, 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 shoo. you actually like observe Chester. Like you see him, he just disappears and he just dives straight back at you guys. "This is fun. You guys are everywhere."
I'm gonna try what Flo says. Gonna try walking backwards inside.
Okay, you walk backwards in, you walk backwards out.
What if I leave an offering to the shrubs?
You can leave a shrub offering if you wish.
I'll just say, accept this for safe passage through your shrubbery.
What are you leaving?
So, I don't know. I have food. I guess that's what I can give them. Or, what do you think shrubs would like?
Water?
Water? Yeah, I can give them some water. Or, and oxygen from my mouth.
Okay. You do that. The bushes go. A couple of them, one of them blushes and turns pink.
Cool. Do I keep going?
Nope, you end up back where you started.
Do we want to keep trying or should we just keep going? Can we get around to the other side of the clearing by circling around it?
I have passive telepathy. Maybe I could just open my senses up a little bit and see if there's any kind of subtle messages or anything that's getting our way.
You're not getting any telepathic messages, no. But as you guys are doing all this, you hear a rustling in the bushes, and you see what looks like a little kitten dashing across the path, followed by a number of children that they're like, get it! And it goes.
Ooh.
Come back here!
Are you chasing Chester?
No, a little kitten.
Oh, a kitten.
We'll go join them.
I'll go to the other side where I expect it to come out of the weird phenomenon.
Well, it doesn't run that way. It's running this way. It's running parallel to the path, perpendicular to the path. So they basically run from left to right across and just disappear into the bushes.
They have disappeared?
Well, they're disappearing. Like, they're heading off into the distance. If you want to chase them, you can, but...
Can I swoop and catch the kitten?
Sure. So, because you're faster than them. You...
And by catch, I mean probably land on its shoulders and grab its fur.
That's a lot bigger. Well, as you get closer to it, you notice that it has two... There we go. It has two little tendrils sticking out of its back, so you could quite easily grab a hold of those if you wanted to.
Do I know what type of kitten it is?
Yeah, you've seen a bigger version of one of these at the Carnival, if you remember.
And that one was nice.
Yes.
But I probably know if these things eat berries. Grab it! Grab it!
How fast do you have to be to grab it?
It's like, hey, no fair! Get out of here, fairy! This is our game!
Grab it.
Alright, so you got it. It's like, ah, man! And then you see... Nope. Hang on. I wasn't quite prepared for this little moment happening here. I'm just gonna... Give me a moment. Just gonna transition to a different location. So where you dive through... So what happens is that you see the chase going on, you dive through the bushes. You end up in this clearing. With the kitten in your hands. And the kids all coming up behind you. One of which you recognize, looking exactly like the wanted posters that you guys have all been seeing all this time.
I catched it! What's the prize?
Yes. Ah, man, you ruined the game. Oh well.
Sorry. I just wanted to play.
Well, I can see that. You see there's 4 kids. One of them is a human with very curly hair and an afro. Very easily recognizable as Will of the Wild. There is a tiefling girl called Sloane. There is a fox boy called Bobby. And a orc girl called Zenor. He goes, oh well. Hey, who's your friends? Everyone else.
Do I know you?
And Will looks at you, Charmaine, and he goes, don't... Wait a minute. He comes over to you, and he looks up at you. Charmaine?
You know my name.
Hey, everyone!
She would crouch down and be like at his level.
Yeah, say, man, you got big, Charmaine. He goes, hey, everyone, look at Charmaine. Like, oh, hey, Charmaine. How'd you get so big?
I've always been big. What?
Yeah, that's true. You were
How
always...
do you know my name?
You don't remember? You used to be with us here. You used to live here.
You did?
I did?
You did. And then you disappeared one day, and we've been looking for you. Well, looked for you for a couple of days. We figured you were just playing hide and seek. You're really good at that. I gotta say, you've currently beaten the record for the longest hiding.
Thank you, I suppose. That's very strange. I don't remember this place.
Well, why don't you come in? I've been waiting. We finished playing for the day. We're about to have some dinner. You can come visit us at Little Oak.
Well, that sounds really
alright.
nice.
And who are your friends?
Oh,
I'm Fleur.
Fleur.
Hello.
You're very good at tag.
Yeah.
And these are our friends Kegrak and Jackie.
Hey,
They're very nice.
Make sure you got your microphone turned on. Yep, cool.
I am nice.
Bounce. Yes, you kind of you're kind of scary there.
Who's scary?
You are, Frog Girl.
How come?
I don't know. You're just kind of weird.
You're weird. Isn't everyone
Maybe
weird?
maybe you don't need to be a frog anymore, Jackie.
No, I wish to be a frog.
Okay.
Unless I would fit in being some other form.
I think maybe. I haven't seen any frogs here. Not since we left the swamp.
Sure. So,
What about a tree person? They were really pretty.
are tree people common in these parts?
Oh, the dryads are, yeah, but a lot of them are kind of nasty because Granny Nightshade keeps on turning them into, keeps cutting down their trees to make toys.
I don't want to be.
That's rude.
I wouldn't want to be one then.
Yeah. Come on, let's go inside. Let's talk. So, up ahead,
Alright, then.
a small, you see a very large leafy oak tree. There are gleeful yelps carrying through the forest. You see painted swings that dangle from the branches. And nestled inside the tree, at the very top, is a ramshackle tree house. And you see a door at the opening of this tree with a face on it. And heading up inside is this treehouse. He goes, "Welcome home, Charmaine."
This is so nice.
Thank you. It's very small in here.
Oh, you didn't used to be this big. The kids all just sort of gather around. One of them like jumps into an armchair and just leans back on it. The other one just goes back, like opens up. The orc girl just goes into the room and jumps onto a bunk bed and closes the door. Will is very, very boisterous and say, "So, what brings you back here? You just decide to come for a visit, or have you decided to come back home?"
Oh, we're actually looking for somebody.
Oh? Who are you looking for?
We're actually looking for a lady called Zablina. Do you know her?
Yes. Oh, yeah. Yeah. She used to run. Yeah. She used to run this place before the Hourglass Coven took over.
Yeah, well, we're trying to,
Do that.
yeah.
Ah.
One down,
Well,
two to
first
go.
We've got to find the hag.
Mm-hmm. Well, we can show you how to. I don't really know about how to get there, but there might be someone that might be able to help you out.
Hmm.
And that is. Oh yeah. And he goes, "One moment," and he ducks into the chest behind Kegara, and he pulls out a tiny, like a bit of metal with a spout on it, an old style oil can. Sorry, let me just get this sorted out. He pulls out the old style oil can. And the oil can is actually got dents in it that makes it look like it has a face. And he goes, "This is Squirt. He knows his way around this place. He But unfortunately, he's a little bit empty inside. We need to get him some oil, which we can get from the from Loom Lurch. Unfortunately, Granny Nightshade, she keeps a whole bunch of... Oh, sorry, 1 second. A whole bunch of bogles to torture the kids that she keeps prisoner. But they give off an oil, so if we can get him all filled up, he'll be able to help us out in this situation. But I have a daring plan that I've been planning for so many years that we need to take back Loom Lurch.
And what's that plan?
Give me a moment. I'm trying to find it.
Note reading noises.
Okay. I've conceived of a daring plan to free the children still being held prisoner in Loom Lurch. So he takes out a stick and he draws a rough map on the dirt on the floor of the treehouse. Okay, so Bobby, Sloane, and Zenor and Star will creep through the woods to the west of the tree and hide just outside the screaming scarecrows. Meanwhile, I will sneak around the entrance into the kitchen on the east side of the tree. Then we have the distraction. You guys will enter the Goblin Market, posing as travelers, purchasing some sweets, and arranging a meeting with the hag. During the meeting, the children, that's us, we will alert the screaming scarecrows and thereby lure the tin soldiers into the garden. Oh, by the way, there's a bunch of tin soldiers in there. Really scary, very dangerous. While everyone is distracted, everyone will free the children from the workshop, and I will climb into the textile mill and free the captives there. And once everyone is set free, we all run back here. In, out, no problem. And he breaks the stick in half. Oh.
Is there a diagram that goes along with that?
I just drew the diagram. It's on the ground.
Oh, sorry, you lost me after punch things.
Yeah. Well, no, there's no punching. You guys are just going to be distracting the hag.
By punching.
Oh, I see.
When do I get to punch things?
Generally, we like to punch things.
Yeah.
But there's nothing wrong with your plan. It's a very nice plan, and I'm sure you worked very, very hard on it.
I've been working on this plan for years, but I've never had a group of travelers that would be willing to help. But now that you're back, Charmaine, he leaps down onto the chair to get equal height with you. I know the plan will succeed.
Well, I'm glad we could be some help.
So we go in there, we make a lot of noise, and then we just leave?
Yeah, that's the plan. We just need to get the kids out.
Wouldn't she be really super angry?
Well, she's already super angry.
Wouldn't it be better if she just wasn't alive anymore?
Well, sure, but we're not going to do that. We don't have any weapons. And you look at the kids.
See, that's what we do.
They've got their weapons, but they're all just like made of wood. They're all like they're literally just toys.
That's what we do. We get rid of. We've already done one.
I take out my sword and show it to him.
Like, ooh.
This is my special sword.
Where'd you get that?
Oh, it was
Did your daddy give it to you?
No, surprisingly, I didn't get this one from my daddy, I don't think. It's sort of charming. Where did I get that one? I picked it up somewhere.
Why did you laugh?
She said, did your daddy give it to you?
Mm-hmm. I don't understand why that was funny.
Oh, it's alright. It's nothing.
Okay.
Surprisingly, this is one of the few things my daddy didn't give to me.
Feel something about Greg.
Insert joke here.
But before we go, we probably should consult with. Give me a moment. I think Lamorna would want to speak to you.
Yeah.
But we won't be able to go because we only have the one costume. And he actually he goes in the back and he pulls out a fake what looks like a pantomime horse. Here, you'll need this.
Uh-huh. So, then what are we doing with this?
Well, that's how you get into the clearing with the lake.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, only
There was a trick.
only unicorns can get in.
Oh,
Oh, I see. Now it's all coming together. It's making sense. You're a smart fellow, Will.
Jackie, can you make yourself into a unicorn?
I believe I could. No.
You could maybe grow a horn out of the front of your face.
Maybe,
But that's
maybe if you had like you're walking on your back legs and your arms become hoof legs,
I
and then you have a horn and a mane.
I could certainly come up with a better costume than that.
Shh, don't.
yeah. Will's just like. He goes, I don't like you, frog person.
Like, because I don't lie to you?
Yeah.
Well.
The kitty at this point is.
Well, when were you wanting to do this heist? Like, soon, or perhaps a little later down the track, or
Whatever
tomorrow?
you like, man. It's been a few years now. What's a few more years now? A few years more.
Yeah, it's just asleep.
You're a long sleep.
No long sleeps, just a short sleep.
All right.
Yeah, I guess. I'm just writing things down in my notebook so I don't forget them
Okay.
while I remember them. Because I totally have not been distracted. By crazy
Definitely
people.
not.
By crazy people.
What is it?
The crazy people. We found a dude who was cursed to make things out of gold to repay his curse and got some presents. He ducked away out of a dryad ambush. Found a clearing that won't share. Found the Steely kids who are super cute and no Charmaine. And now we're all friends and going to bust the other lost boys out of the dungeon. I mean, what? I'm not suddenly realizing I'm in Peter Pan. Fine.
I was thinking that whilst you guys are talking about the plan, I will entertain the others with some like minor illusions and that sort of,
They're like, ooh, ah. Yes, Will's very boisterous. The other kids are a little bit more timid, but also he goes, wow, you're funny.
Just juggling and somersaults and shit.
Yeah, these people need to be smaller. There we go. These kids need to be kid size.
Kidney sized. Do you have like morning and nighttime and stuff here, Will, or is it just like this all the time?
It's mostly like this all the time, but we can wait a little bit if you really want to.
Wondering if we should perhaps have some snacks, have some food.
Oh, snacks are good. He actually opens up the door here, and you see the kitchen is just filled with candy.
That'll do. That'll
I
do.
came from here. Why did I ever leave?
I don't know. Why did you leave?
No, we don't
I
know.
don't know.
We don't know, Charmaine. But we have missed you. We're glad that you're back.
Well, here I am glad to be back.
You'll have to ask Daddy how he found you.
Well, Daddy always told me that they found me after a raid and they couldn't find my parents. I was assumed I was just a part of the tribe of orcs that got killed, but apparently not.
I
The
guess.
whole life is a lie.
Or maybe between that and Daddy, you were here for a bit.
Perhaps.
Yes, I can tell you the story if you like.
Ooh,
You
story
have a
time!
story?
Well, we were just playing hide and seek one day. I'd helped to, like, you'd snuck away from Granny Nightshade's workshop, and you were lost and confused. And I found you, and then we were playing, and then you fell down a hole, and I haven't seen, and you disappeared. You were with us for a very long time, but haven't seen you since.
If Granny Nightshade stole you from your parents, and then when you fell down the hole, you found your new ones.
We'll have to ask her when we meet with her.
I'm sure that will be very distracting.
I can ask some pretty distracting questions.
I know you can. You're always good at that. Anyway, dig in. He jumps up on the table and just starts grabbing the food, just starts throwing it at you. It's like, food fight!
You'll join in.
So food goes everywhere. So
Indeed.
everyone gets D4 plus 2 temporary hit points for the snack food, like what
1d4 plus 2.
Actually, what I'll do, because you guys are going to be getting a lot of this thing, I'll just give you guys the maximum. So you guys will get 10 temporary hit points back.
Ooh.
So, am I still on my other temporary?
Yeah, so yours just maxes out to 53. Look, Kagura, you're in the 30s now.
Yes, eventually.
Enjoy it while it lasts.
Or 16.
Alright, so you guys are all stuffed full of candy and food. You got your temporary hit points. Your plan is set. I say, did you want to go see? Oh, jeez, I've forgotten her name now again. Did you want to go see Lamorna before we go?
Yeah, probably.
Oh, yes.
That would be a good idea.
All right, out here, and let me help you get this on. So he goes out. He goes. All right, boys, we're going to be dealing with, going to take that hag down once and for all. So you guys get in position. We're going to go see Lamorna, and then we'll meet you all there.
Okay.
And they go, right, Will. And the orc just grunts, stomps out. So the Lost Boys get... They're not actually called the Lost Boys, they're called the Getaway Gang. I'm sure for copyright reasons. But they gather up the costume and take you out of the treehouse, back down the road to that clearing that you guys couldn't get through. And the costume... It's big enough to be worn by 2 adults or 4 children walking in single file. It has a wooden horse head. It's mounted on a stick that the person in the lead holds up. They've glued a horn to the horse's brow. Small holes in the fabric allow the costume's wearers to see where they're going under the covering. So, Jackie, if you shrank yourself down to a small size, all 4 of you would be able to fit.
Oh yeah, sure.
Charmaine would have to go in the lead. So you go to that location where you were before. And Will says, all right, so if you want to speak to her, all you got to do is just get into the lake, there's a bowl. You just got to set fire to the bowl, and then she'll show up.
Angry?
No, that's to summon her.
Oh, okay. Most people don't like their stuff being on fire.
Well, this is a thing that's designed to be on fire, so...
Oh, that's alright then.
Okay. So, we'll, no. Okay. So, we'll wait out here.
Okay.
So you guys...
Let's go!
You guys mount up in your costume, and you go through the area, and you don't get turned around. And you make it...
Yes, unicorn!
Very clever.
Oh, crap.
Them some clever kids.
Did I just delete you guys?
Yeah.
Just as we were being unicorny.
Yeah, there you are.
Toast.
Scarf and Chester can actually...
You know what I could have done? I could have just put a horn on Chester and then he'd have been a unicorn.
What? I'm a unicorn, Mum?
Hang on. Let me find a stick. And I'll strap a stick to his head.
Yeah.
There you are. Now you're a unicorn.
This feels weird.
Well, we don't have to keep it on forever. Just pretend to be a prettiest pony.
Okay. And you just...
You gotta say, nay!
Nay?
That's what horses say. Nay!
Oh, okay.
When you get annoyed.
Yeah. He just looks at you and...
Very good. You've mastered this.
Alright. Mist drifts over the surface of a small lake. Frosted crags line the shore on one side of the lake, and mossy rocks protrude from the shallows. Near the center of the lake is a rocky islet. You see a bowl mounted on it.
Oh, we found the bowl. Hmm.
How are we gonna
What
set it
is
on
the-
fire?
What is the range on Druidcraft? I will let you know. 30 feet.
Well, you can just fly over there.
Oh, I was assuming we were still in the not unicorn zone.
Oh no! Once you're past, once you're actually here, you don't need to be disguised anymore.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll just go over and shoo.
Yep.
I can light campfires and stuff, so I'm assuming this fulfills that same criteria.
Okay. Now there's regional effects to this location, just so you know. All non-magical flames in the region are extinguished, with the exception of the bowl. Beasts and Fae have advantage on dexterity stealth checks made in this region. Alright. So you flutter over and... I get so much use out of that particular fire effect, I tell you what.
Yeah.
It's a really good one.
So you set fire.
Meow.
You set fire to that. As you do, the lakeshore mists part to reveal a white horse with a single gleaming horn on her brow. She stands perfectly still. Oh, she's too small. She stands perfectly still, observing you all.
I'm gonna wave to her.
It slowly begins to walk across the water towards the group.
And
Jesus,
I will,
unicorn.
fly over, like not within horn stabbing range, but nearby, and be like, "Hi."
Hello, child. What brings you to my domain?
Charmaine, you're better at the talk. You do the thing.
Will of the Wild said that we should meet you.
Ah, Will sent you. Yes. So you are the adventurers that have come to finally free Zyblina and restore Prismere to its former glory.
Yes, that's right. You've heard of us.
I haven't heard of you, but I always knew that this day would come.
Oh? Do you have any important information for us that might help?
1 second. In order to restore... in order to free Zyblina, you will require a unicorn horn. Not mine, of course, but you require a horn. It will be required in order to break the spell which holds her still. My partner, and she summons up a water version of a unicorn.
Ooh.
Was taken by the Hourglass Coven. Before the attack, he was killed and his horn was taken. If you can recover his horn, then... Sorry, I'll start again. He was taken and his horn was removed, and I have not seen him again, but if you can find his horn, it might be useful to you. And if you can find out what happened to him and return to me with that information, I would be very grateful.
What's his name? I'll write it down.
His name... Eldon. E-L-I-D-O-N. Elidon.
E-L-I-D-O-N?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you spell her name?
Her name is Lamorna. L-A-M-O-R-N-A.
Cool.
I wish you luck in your mission. Remember, Zyblina was vainglorious and deceitful at times, but her magic kept Prismere safe and isolated. That situation ended when the hags of the Hourglass Coven captured my mate, Illidan, stole his horn, and used its magic to imprison her in a stronghold, the Palace of the Heart's Desire.
Oh, I see.
It will be a joyous day once we can restore this place to its former glory. But be aware, for the League of Malevolence is out there. They are the ones that helped the Hourglass Coven to imprison Zyblina, and they will stop at nothing to stop you. And as she says these words, you get the from your sword, Kegara. A cloaked figure springs from the forest and with its blades flashing attempts to attack the unicorn. Basically, the two daggers go flying out under the assassin's cowl. Well, not close enough. And throwing daggers. Under the assassin's cowl, you see a wide, toothy smile. So as the daggers come flying, one of them nearly gets to her and she goes, "Oh!" and just teleports away. This character looks at you guys, brandishing two additional daggers. Yes, initiative. All right.
Punch. I have to hit something. So wired.
Okay. So, Kegara, this guy is brandishing his blades at you. Look at this sexy man, isn't he? Isn't he sexy?
Yes, well, he's about to be very unsexy.
Oh, no. Nope, you're up.
All right. I'm thinking I will dance the solitaire
Mm-hmm.
and move into combat. If I dance to the solitaire, that's my action, which means
That's your bonus action. You're going to get one attack, yeah.
Yeah. I'll use the blade. That is 28.
Yep, that hits.
So I just had the D8s out. Okay, that's 12 damage.
12, alright. He takes it. Yep.
And then I'll use a Bardic Inspiration.
Well, that's your action. Oh, you're going to use your... Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you're going to use a flourish. Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
For defensive flourish.
Mm-hmm.
So it's an additional D6. Or I can just throw it on the floor. 5.
5. Alright, cool.
Yep. And I have no idea where that dice went. It really did go on the floor somewhere.
All right. He will... Alright. He's going to dagger you twice. Natural 2. Ooh, and a natural 20. There we go. So does... Piece of target's creature that... okay, so it does... Okay, so he does 2d4 additional, so it does 8, 12, 15 basic, plus 3d4.
My God.
So plus another 8, so it's 8. So yeah, so no 15. So 8, 12, 15, 15 plus 8. Hey, look at that! You would have been dead if you didn't have your temporary hit points.
Yeah. So what? 23.
23.
Okay, so that's 10. So that's an additional 13.
Yeah, so you've got 10 hit points remaining. And then he will use a bonus action to disengage and 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Run for the bushes.
Fleur.
Fleur, you're up.
Move him down.
So where are you going?
Directly after his butt.
40?
50.
50. Doo. Yep.
How far away is he?
He is 15 feet.
Key point, step of the wind, and punch time.
So step of the wind does what?
Gives me more movement.
Okay.
I have to go back into my features and traits. No, that's not what I want. Key point, step of the wind. I can take the disengage or dash action as bonus action, and my jump distance is doubled for the turn.
Right.
So
did you want to get around? Did you want to get around in front of him, or?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Block his path. Probably like fly / zoop zap /
Yeah.
Wow. Brain, slow down.
That was a lot of words.
I'm maybe a little bit ready to unload on this guy. If I miss, I'm gonna be so sad. 21.
Yeah, that hits.
Oh, good. That's my short sword. 1 + 5, 6 magical piercing damage.
Okay. He takes it.
Stay where you are, or I'll cut you some more.
You see him just like... You notice now, getting close to this guy, he is definitely an orc. A small orc, but an orc.
Try harder! Be a better orc!
Jackie, you're up.
I'm just gonna move in closer and see if I can get into 60 feet so I can vicious mockery.
Okay. That's your 30 feet there. And 60 feet will... Yep, he's 40 feet away from you.
I'll be like, hey, get back and face me, you loser!
Ooh. 17. He passes on that one, unfortunately.
He doesn't mind.
He just turns around and gives you the finger.
Yeah.
Wow, this dude's rude.
Bonus actions, anything?
I only have like... The only thing I have is like healing for bonuses.
Well, there is a very hurt Kegara beside you.
And,
You've also got inspirations you can use.
I will heal Kegara.
Okay.
Healing word.
Cool.
This is 2nd level? Healing word?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
11.
You get 11 hit points back.
Oh, thank you.
The funny thing about having so little hit points is the minimum healing does a whole lot for you.
This is true.
Charmaine, you're up.
I'm just looking at what my bonus actions can do. Yes, that is wonderful.
Yes, you can do your aggressive action. Do your dash.
Yes. Is he... How far away from me is he? Is he 60 feet away?
He is 55 feet away from you.
Wonderful! I'm going to cast Toll the Dead on him.
Mm-hmm.
So Wiz 15 save.
Yep. 11 plus 2. So he doesn't save. 13. Here we go.
Fuck yeah! He takes.
And he's injured.
Ooh.
He's injured, so he does the higher number.
Oh yes, you're right. 1d12 necrotic damage. He gets 9 necrotic damage.
Nice.
And as for my bonus action, I'm going to run up on him and do my shield bash. I'm going to bash him up against the tree.
Well, you won't be able to use your aggressive and your bash in the same round, because your aggressive is a bonus action, the bash is also a bonus action.
Righto.
Yeah.
Alrighty then, what other bonus actions do I have?
Well, you can just use your dash if you just want to get up on him. That way he's...
Oh, I wanted to hit him too. That's fine, I'll just run up on him.
It's like, you kind of did with your what's it called? You told the dead. That was effectively your attack. Yeah. If you hadn't have done that, then you could have whacked him with your shield or your sword, but you did that instead.
Yeah. Alrighty, I'm just gonna run up on him and crowd him against the tree.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Kegara.
Has he got any metal on him?
Yeah. He's holding 2 metal daggers. But that's it. He doesn't have. He's actually wearing leather armor, so.
Just trying to decide whether or not I want to.
Waste a spell slot on his heat metal.
I'd probably be better off just using not long strider. I'm probably better off vipping behind him.
Oh, actually, do a concentration for your damage because of the.
I am.
You may lose your dance. I just remembered.
16.
16. Yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah.
Alright.
You took. Yeah, you took less than that. Yeah, that's fine. Cool. So so your dance is still up. You're good.
Because what is that allows me to teleport?
Oh, face step.
60 step.
Yeah, so you can move 60 feet as a bonus action. So you can go.
Mm.
Well, he's only 30 feet away from you anyway.
Oh, if he's only 30 feet away from me, then I won't. I'll save it and just attack twice.
Mm.
So we'll go with the sword first.
Actually, that doesn't seem right. He should have been 60 feet away from you. I think I fucked up the movement there. Doesn't matter. Oh no, he didn't dash. He disengaged. Yeah, that's fine.
Mm.
Yeah.
24.
Yep, that hits.
Right, that's D8 plus 5. Sorry, D8 plus 7, so it's 11.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and then I'll use the. Sorry, that's a natural 20.
Okay.
And that's with the.
Mm-hmm. The kiss, so it's 16 plus. Was it? So it's a flat 20 plus whatever your dice rolls are.
Which is 1d4 plus 4.
It's 2d4 plus 4.
Oh, sorry, yes, 2d4 plus 4. That's right, because it's 1d4 plus 4 plus 1d4.
Well, no, because your special whip does 2d4 instead of 1d4 damage.
Yeah, it's the little plus 1d4 after the.
Yes, on the box. Yeah.
So 8 more.
8 more, so 28. He will use his uncanny dodge to halve that because that fucking hurt. But you can also roll your extra d20 to see if you lop off a limb.
No, I did not.
Okay. So, yeah, he didn't like that at all.
Well,
Yes, he's going to look at everyone surrounding it and goes, all right, next time he's going to drink a potion and disappear.
I hate it when they do that.
And you hear footsteps going off in this direction somewhere.
I'm chasing it. Chase.
All right. Chase.
Yeah. And I want to punch where I think he is.
Okay. Attack with disadvantage.
Uh, 17 or 25.
Ooh. You managed to connect.
Haha! 11 magical piercing.
All right. So you hear, and you just see a body just go and falls down.
Oop, drop something. Sorry.
No one gets to attack a unicorn and live. Get away with it.
Were you doing lethal or non-lethal? Because he's down.
He did attack a unicorn, but we are in the Feywilds.
But we also don't we want to know where he came from?
Yeah.
Why he trying to kill the unicorn?
Yeah. And I'm also very carried away. Let's roll for this.
Phew! Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless you.
Let's say evens, he's dead. Odds, he's unconscious.
Okay.
I killed him.
Okay.
I was very angry he tried to kill a unicorn.
Yeah, so basically you whack it, you like manage to get in front of him, you swing your staff and you just hear a crack. And when you look down at him, his nose is broken. You actually managed to destroy, got a very lucky hit on that one there, so he goes down.
I got
How
him!
did you kill that man?
Does he not get up
Maybe.
immediately with 1 hit point?
No,
Oh,
that
yeah, he's an orc.
no, with this one he doesn't get that.
Oh.
He's not a main character.
Not a main character, no. Yeah, it doesn't say so in his stat block, so no, he doesn't.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
He doesn't get plot armor.
He doesn't get plot armor, unlike you guys. Yes, yes. I think because this was written before orcs got that, so he doesn't have that ability. So, alright.
Try better.
Yes, but he just
Go over and kick him.
all right. So you guys are now beating up on the corpse.
I got him.
Jackie
Well
comes
done.
bouncing over.
Alona, I got him.
You just hear, "Freeze, Evlona."
Okay, I guess she's not coming back. I want to check his pockets and see if he has any clues.
All he has on him are 2 daggers
Shank sticks.
and a garrote.
What's the
A
garrote?
uglier shank stick.
A garrote, a metal wire for choking people.
Ugh,
Wire and
I
2
want
pigs.
it.
Yeah.
I want it.
All right. So it does.
It's one of those things where you like get out behind someone real sneaky like and you throw your arms and the wire over their head and then you lean back and pull.
Yeah. So the way it describes, it's a melee weapon. It's a melee weapon. 1 humanoid that you attack on a hit takes 2d4 plus, I'm guessing strength or dex. In your case, it'd be strength. Slashing damage, and the target is grappled. Until the grapple ends, it takes 2d4 plus your strength damage at the start of each of its turns.
If you yank hard enough, can you just cut their head off?
Well, you do that when you finally finish killing them. But the idea is you're basically choking them. That's the idea.
Nice. I want it.
All right. So you have a garrote. There you go.
Hell yeah.
Garrotes. I don't know what the technical pronunciation would be.
Garrote.
I've been doing it wrong all this time.
Isn't it technically like it wasn't designed for that, but it was actually the stuff you used to cut clay?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Well, they use them for that as well. Like that's a thing for cutting clay. But the actual garrote, silk cord with 2 wooden pegs was
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's an old school way of removing people.
Trust
Cool.
the
It's a
reenactor to know.
nasty murder weapon.
Very quiet.
Oh, yeah. Alrighty. So you guys are done. You can leave this area.
Let's go
Nice.
back and find the kids.
Yep. So the kids waiting for it. Say, "Hey guys, how'd it go?"
It went good and then it went bad.
Oh, what was bad?
We have instructions and then we got attacked by a little orc in a hood and then we killed it, but she
Oh.
wouldn't come back. So
Oh, good. Oh, well.
he tried to attack the unicorn.
Yeah, he's been trying to get in for a while. I'm not sure how he managed it this time, but it looks like you guys did good.
Yeah, we got him.
Okay.
We took care of him.
He was invisible.
Ah,
maybe-
what? Where'd you
Yeah.
get? Ah, man.
Yeah.
When you get one of those potions for ages.
Well, it didn't help him much.
Yeah, I got him.
I'm invisible. You're dead.
No one escapes my nose. Right, Chester?
That's right, Mum.
Next time we'll mow them down together.
And he goes, "Hey, Mum, what is this?" He just points at the displacer kitten. He's like, "Shh."
That is a very small friend who's a little bit scared of you because you're bigger.
Oh,
Maybe if you lay on your tummy and roll over.
okay. I'm floating, Mum. I don't know why.
No, it's not what I had in mind, but yes. If you try and get down to its level and then, I don't know, look friendly, maybe it will come say hello.
So he gets down, and then the cat just goes up close to him and he goes, and just mounts on his face like, ah, get him off! Get him off! And the kids are like, good work, Boo. Ah! So, and Chester and the Displacer Beast are...
Can we try and separate them?
Oh, you can try if you like.
Yeah, I don't want Chester having his face torn off.
Yeah. Where the hell did the... I think the Displacer Beast displaced. That's right. Chester's like... And then he manages to... And he just teleports. Oh, there it is. The cat
Let me have a look at your nose.
The cat comes back looking very proud of itself. Don't like that guy, Mum. He's mean.
Yeah. I think it just likes to tease, but we're a little bit too serious, perhaps. Let me have a look at your nose and
Okay.
fix any holes.
Yeah, he's fine. It didn't really do any damage to it. It's not strong enough to do any piercing. Just
little scratches that sting a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. Yes.
Can I pick up the kitten?
He goes. Say, you want to be careful there, Charmaine. Boo's been a little bit sad. He misses his mother.
I think he met his mother.
Yeah, we promised to look for him and take him back.
What? When did you meet his mum?
In the circus.
Oh. I guess that makes sense.
You best come with us, little one. Gonna pat the cat until it stops fighting.
It's just he just keeps on clawing at you. Say, just give him time.
I'm just gonna hold him. I don't care.
Okay, so he's got. He's got a ball.
I'll take the damage if I must.
He just got a ball of fur and anger.
Yep.
All right. So with that, you guys head on out on your the next leg of your journey to Loom Lurch. You guys stop off back at the Little Oak in order to drop off the kitten, because having him with the group is going to be very, very distracting. Trying to infiltrate a building with a very angry cat, not so good. And you eventually... you see... let me just go back here, next chapter. The forest is at its darkest here. Up ahead, a colossal dead oak lies on its side. 3 living trees grow naturally out of its fallen remains. Their shapes resemble towers with candlelit windows twinkling in the gloom, and wooden balconies encircling gnarled branches. On one side of the fallen tree, firelight spills from a pair of quaint storefront windows illuminating a clearing filled with merchant stalls. Will says, "All right, well, we'll go around the other side now, and we'll alert the screaming skeletons. Just remember, if you do meet with if you do meet with Granny Nightshade, and you see the key in her back, if it starts turning quickly, that means she's angry, and you might want to prepare yourselves."
Thank you for the tip.
All right, good luck.
Good luck, boys.
And they disappear. They disappear in, and they end up over here. This is where their area is. All right. You guys can approach. There is a bridge which is made out of like roots, but it's been carved out. So it's like a massive root that's been carved in half, so that you can actually cross it. You can still see the bits and pieces off to the side.
Oh. Where are we going? The market.
Yes, the market's up ahead. You can see that.
Oh.
These guys want to head.
Let's go.
All right, so you guys head on in. Whoop. Okay, just doing a quick read. A quick recap of what's going on. Okay. A gnarled bridge formed by tangled tree roots spans a rocky, dried-up riverbed. As you cross it, you see before you 3 stalls selling candy are situated in this clearing, lit by windows carved into the giant fallen tree on one side. 2 goblins working at each stall, and the whole enterprise is watched closely by a goblin with a toppy apple head who appears to be muttering quietly to himself. As you cross in front of the windows, you can actually see inside. I need to reveal a height. There we go. You see, so these are like glass windows, but you can also see there's toys laid out on the top. And you can also see some kids inside. One kid jumping up and down on a table. But as you approach, the goblin with the toffee apple head comes up and goes, yeah, well, oh yeah, okay, yeah, whatever, shut up. It's like, hello, welcome to the, yes, welcome to the Goblin Market. How may we interest you today? We have all sorts of candy treats for sale.
Oh, what sorts do you have?
Oh, we have things that can make you make music as you walk. Things that will leave strange stains on places, great for pranking people. You can cause yourself to look like you're a frothing beast. Fireflies could even be attracted to you. All sorts of things. You can make yourself bigger, make yourself smaller, or even turn yourself into a butterfly.
Oh, these all sound very interesting. Where do we go for these wonderful things?
Right here. And he looks at the 3 different stalls in front of you.
Do you have any of those make yourself invisible potions?
Sadly, our candy treats not... Look, I know, be quiet. Sadly, we don't have any of those.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to wander over to the first stall, have a look what's there.
You see 2 goblins there waiting outside the stall. He goes, so, what do you want? Oh, please don't be so mad. Yes. Shut up, Chucklehead. It's like, oh, alright, fine. He just wanders off.
Oh.
I am your boss, you know. You don't have to be so mean. Like, shut up. So,
He doesn't seem like he's very nice to you.
who are you talking to?
Did he just walk off?
Yeah, he's just wandered over here. He's like, he's just muttering quietly to himself now.
I'm going to cross my arms and declare very loudly, well, I only want to buy from the other one.
Yeah. It's like, you lost a sale, dickhead. Like, why don't you shut up? It's like, guys, please.
Hey, you shouldn't be so rude.
And Chucklehead's like, oh, guys, please. We talked about this. He goes, ever since you got that stupid candy head, you've been acting like a fool.
Oh, I want to buy from him. I want to buy from the nice one.
And he goes, sadly, I'm not in charge of the sales. I'm just in charge of the overall market. Yeah, he's no good at selling things.
He's perfectly good. I want to buy from him.
Oh,
I'm sorry, I can't really help you out with that.
Can you talk me through the sale and then at the last moment give it to someone else?
I suppose. And he looks up and he goes, "What do you think?" Yeah, okay, yeah. I suppose we can do that, yes.
Okay.
And he goes over, 2 goblins in a coat. He tells them to goes, you go over there. He's like, screw you. He's like, all right. And he goes, so, what is it that I can help you out with?
Can you please tell me how the candy that turns you into a butterfly works?
Well, very simple. You chew it, and it casts the effect of a polymorph spell. It lasts for about an hour, and you get the form. And then it changes you back.
What happens if you go up really, really high in the air and then the hour runs out?
Oh, then I suppose you would fall to your death. Not advisable.
Am I still as smart as I am when I'm a butterfly?
No, there can be some other... Look, be quiet! There can be some other delirious effects. Unfortunately, it actually changes you completely, so you would still be you, but your brain will now be that of a butterfly. Yes, Kigara?
No, I'm just thinking about how awesome it'd be just to be a butterfly.
How much is one of those that cost?
That's a good question. Good to soul tiered. Examples include beetles, in case you're not cantaloupe, from Julian worms, still has discharge. So that would I would require a trinket from you.
Trinket. Okay.
Anything small doesn't necessarily need to be of great value, just something interesting.
Well,
I'll be back in a second.
Yep.
Nice. Jackie, you doing anything?
it's a thing.
Do you really, really, really want this potion?
It's a candy.
All candy?
Yeah. And I'm trying to scroll back to where we found the weird shop and bought weird things. And I'm trying to find the trinket that I bought.
I have something that you can use.
Mm.
I take out the magic 8-ball.
Ooh, yeah, that'll work.
He goes, ooh, yes.
Would you accept this wonderful trinket?
Perfect. Thank you. And he places his hand out.
I hand over the magic 8-ball.
He takes it and he hands you a butterfly candy.
Ooh, thank you.
Yep.
Guess what?
What?
No, not you. The other you.
What?
There we go. Guess what?
Oh, talking to Shucklehead.
Whoever just sold me the thing.
Yes, Shucklehead. Yeah, goes, What's up?
You just did a sale. Well done.
Oh, I did. Yeah.
And I will put butterfly candy in my pocket.
Yeah. He's like, yeah, that's true. He scratches his head, and as he does, like his head's actually made out of a candy apple, and as he scratches his head, you actually see a little worm sticking out of the top of his head. He goes, we did it, and it just goes back inside his head.
Oh, the worm is meant to be in there too?
Well, not really. It's slowly killing me, but yeah.
Do you want it out?
No, he's really good company.
Okay.
And ever since it's been in there, it ate something, and I don't really like this place anymore.
Think that.
Didn't catch that.
Few people have been saying that.
Yeah. These guys, they're all so mean here.
Ever since the big mean lady came, apparently it's gone to shit.
Yeah. Yeah, well, you know. But,
So we're gonna go boop her and move her along. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can take you to the parlor if you like, if you want to meet her.
That works. And then I can give her a butterfly candy.
Well, she made them, so she knows what they are.
I'll need a disguise for it then.
Come on.
I have a cupcake. I'm gonna shove the butterfly candy into my cupcake that makes more cupcakes.
Okay.
I'm gonna like crumple it up a little bit so it's broken up, and then force it into the cupcake and try and like make it look normal.
Charmaine, did you want to buy anything from the candy store?
Yes, I want a butterfly lily.
Okay, so you require a trinket in trade.
A trinket, you say?
Yes, just something small that has, like a curiosity of some kind.
I have a little vial of perfume.
Yep, that'll do.
Here you go. Here's my personal perfume.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll do. Here you go.
Oh, thank you. Gonna come back to the others and be like, hee, I got a lily.
Alright, cool. Alright. So, he leads you across the bridge and back round the front. And across another large bridge. And into the base of... There is a sitting room.
Ooh.
Workshop. The parlor. This chamber is nestled between walls of twisted roots, through gaps in which you can see the eerily beautiful woodland surrounding you. A closed wooden door stands opposite the root bridge that leads into this room, in the center of which are 4 armchairs encircling a small table laid out for a tea service. A painted wooden box 3 feet on a side rests in the corner. A crank protrudes from one side of it, causing it to resemble an oversized jack-in-the-box. You say,
Alright, well, she already knows you're here, so, good luck. I'll be going now. Bye.
Okay, bye.
Alright. This dotted line is because of the root across the top.
Ah, I see.
That's the arch. Alright, so you have the room to yourselves. What would you like to do?
Don't like it here, Mum.
We gotta, like, this is like the other place with all the frogs?
Yeah.
Yeah. The bad person lives here. Let's find you a hidey spot. What's it like under the table?
Oh yeah, plenty of space under the table.
Hide under the table, Chester.
Okay. He goes under the table.
Chairs smell weird.
I will go and sniff the chair too. What does it smell like?
Smells like a chair.
What does it smell like, Chester?
I don't know. It smells sticky.
Sticky. Can I touch the chair?
That's fine.
It doesn't feel sticky.
Don't like it.
Okay. Your nose is better than mine.
I'm not gonna stay yet, I'm gonna stay standing.
Okay.
How do we get the hag down here? Should we knock on the door?
Well, we could break her shit, but that'll probably just get it really ramped up
Why
really
don't
badly.
we all have a sing-along about the ugly hag?
Because that would also make her angry.
Why don't we just sing a song?
Yeah, let's just do a sing. or a play and tell her we've come to do a performance.
Give me a moment.
A really loud performance to make people happy. About how Will of the Wild is actually just a misunderstood young man. And doesn't mean any harm.
Alright. So you guys are about to start singing your song when you hear... And the door disappears when it should have just opened up. And...
That works.
a doddering old lady comes. The door creaks open and a little old woman totters forward. She's wearing a grimy, old-fashioned shawl. Her skin looks like gnarled bark, and a large iron key extends from her back, ticking rhythmically as it rotates. "Ah, sit down, children." Her voice is reminiscent of crunching leaves. "Let's have some tea." And she just...
I am not sitting down.
Oh, you're here!
Oh,
Let's begin! And we start the performance.
We were just about to sing a song for you.
Oh, really?
Let's go!
Oh.
Sing!
Yes, she pulls up a chair and sits down. And she snaps her fingers and a couple more chairs actually walk into position. He goes,
Please, sit down, sit down.
We can't sit while we're performing.
Oh.
Sing.
okay, make
Yeah.
make a performance if you like. Yeah,
That's what we were waiting for.
here's a...
Oh, I rolled a 27.
Nice.
Yeah, I am awesome.
Performance +5. 20. But a dirty 20.
Yep.
14!
19.
Cool. So you put
Right.
your... Oh, she's like tapping her foot. It's like,
Well. It's, very good. So...
And at the end, I will present the cupcake with a flourish.
Oh, thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
so what? Yeah, and she'll just she'll look down at it, and she'll just she'll turn around and she'll grab a small box off the shelf and brings it over to you, and it has cookies in it. He goes,
Here, have one in return.
Thank you.
and she
And
just
I will pick up a cookie and put it in my bag.
okay, and she just sits the cupcake on the table. Like,
So, what brings you to my neck of the woods? Did you just come to have tea, or is there something in particular that you're interested in?
Charmaine, you use the word.
Yes.
Prepared for this. I'm out of words.
so she.
I don't know. Are we lying to her, or are we telling her the truth?
While this is going on, she pulls out like a bunch of filthy teacups and starts pouring tea into them, and then she pulls out a chicken bone and starts stirring it with.
Ah, yes. We actually didn't come for tea.
Yeah,
we came to have a.
she sips the tea, and then she reaches up and actually turns the key in her back and winds herself up, and she's just still ticking rhythmically. He goes,
Oh, I know.
then you hear "Ah!" screaming from the background.
Oh dear.
Right, and he goes,
Oh, there he goes again.
then you start hearing dum 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 just going off in the background.
What was that?
Oh, nothing, just some pests.
I see.
Maybe you need a bigger swatter. They seem to be making a lot of noise.
I didn't get the answer. Are we lying to her? Or are we telling her the truth?
Yes.
She knows we're already here, what we're here
Yeah.
for.
I think
Both
she is for
are
sure.
distraction. Our job is to be distraction, right?
Yeah, I suppose.
We should have decided this before we were talking in front of her.
We should have.
Well, you guys have got the telepathy. Remember?
No, I didn't remember.
Yeah. Alright, so we're just kind of sitting there looking back at each other. What are we doing? What are we telling her?
Yeah, because Jackie has innate telepathy, and you three have eaten the leaves, so you guys have got telepathy for the day. So,
Are we not going to advise her that we're here to introduce?
Check on her sister.
Well,
I think we should just tell her the truth.
take her to her sister, as it were.
Yeah, like, oh, how's your sister these days? I've heard she lives a little while away. Is that right?
Oh, my two sisters, they're fine. They're living quite far away, although one of them got a little bit displaced recently. Had to shift locations, as it were.
Displaced?
Oh,
What does that
what
mean?
happened?
Oh, some ruffians broke into her house and attacked her, but she got away. It's fine.
Well, I'm glad that she's alright. It makes it sound like she's alright. I'm very uncomfortable.
I think that's the point.
Where does you get away to?
Oh, she went to visit the palace.
What's the palace like? I hear it's real pretty.
Things are a little still there, but it's not anything to worry about. Things are as steady as a rock.
Winds herself up.
What does that do?
What? Nothing. Never you mind.
What? I mind, and that's why I asked.
Yes, but
We're here to make conversation.
I'm telling you not to worry about it, dear.
But
Does it hurt?
So, and she looks at you and say,
I don't know. Do your ears hurt? Does your arm hurt?
Only when it's being twisted.
she just slips on her tea.
Hey, we came across a guy that was cursed. You thought maybe you could help him out?
Oh, there are so many people that are cursed. Who are you talking about?
He was in a cave and he's forced to make,
Oh, Nib, you met him.
Yeah.
Oh, he's a silly little man, isn't he?
Well, he said maybe you could lift his curse.
Why would I want to do that?
Well, I have these nice, I felt bad for him, so he gave me these nice gloves of thievery, but I'd give them to you if you'd lift the curse.
Oh, I have no need of thieving, thank you, dear.
What about some nice clothing? You could use it.
Excuse me?
You're really dirty. I've got really clean clothes that would make you look nice.
Jackie, you can't just come into someone's house and say things like that.
I just did, and she needs to
I know, but that's being rude.
The key begins to turn faster. He goes,
That's being rude. I'm sorry.
It's also...
She's very blunt.
I've noticed that, and tends to be of her kind.
So, you don't want clean clothes?
she just glares at you.
Want to be pretty?
I'm gonna go out on a limb and suggest no.
I suppose if you're a witch, you wouldn't care about such things. Everyone has to pretend to like her. They're probably just scared.
Jackie!
He goes, well, I believe tea has come to an end, boys. And she scoffs down the muffin.
Yeah.
And then begins to fly away.
Turns into a butterfly.
Turns into a butterfly and flies away.
Can I, like...
That was so much better than I thought!
Quick! Someone catch the butterfly and put it in a jar! Someone catch the butterfly and pin it to a wall with a really long pin!
Alright, so as she turns into a butterfly, the chairs come to life and attack.
Oh,
I'm going after
well,
the butterfly.
That's why I was not doing
Yeah.
it.
So
I wanted to vicious mockery of the butterfly.
so hang on. So we got initiative happening here.
Yeah, lost.
Yes. So basically she eats the. So there's again, because of Kegara, there's no surprise round. He goes. So the muffin gets eaten and she just disappears through the door.
No, I'm chasing her.
Charmaine and Jackie, because she would be moving away from you, you guys can make an opportunity attack
yes.
if you wish.
With my
Oh yeah.
with my blade.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, 25.
That hits.
19.
Well, hang on. So who's gonna go? So Jackie will go first. So hang on. So
Yeah.
Because the butterfly only has 1 hit point. So
Oh.
so basically, she turns into a butterfly. She turns into a butterfly, begins to fly. You, boom, whack it with the
Yeah, I got 16.
the keytar. The keytar hits. All right. So do your damage.
That was 16. Is she only one? Because I can.
Well, there's 1 hit point, but then changes back into herself.
All right.
And she takes the rest as her normal body.
Correct.
Can I do the extra damage?
Yeah. So
on
how
the
much
side?
damage? 16.
Well, I got 16 initially. Plus, I can roll. Is it 2d?
I think it's 3d6, isn't it?
3d6?
Yes, add another 3d6.
I have some dice there.
Mm-hmm. So the box is there for. Plus 12.
Yes.
So 20...
16
28. Alright. She doesn't like that at all. And then... Charmaine, so you get to attack as she is herself now.
Yeah. Sorry, I rolled a 19 for an unarmed strike.
It hits.
And a backhander across the face.
Mm-hmm.
4 damage.
4 damage. All right, cool. So as you hit her, Charmaine, with your hand, like she has 1 missing eye and 1 actual eye, but her eye actually moves like a googly eye when you hit her, and her skin feels like wood when you slap it. But she will just continue to move out. So 5, 10, 30. All right. Cool. So that's her. And so let me just double check here. Yep, alright, that's all she's going to do. Kegara.
Alright. I'm going to start with the usual... where is it? So... Next action. I'll start with the dense solitaire.
Mm-hmm.
And then I will move up to her
Mm-hmm.
and attack.
It's 40 feet will get you to there, so you'll only be able to get her with the kiss.
That's alright, we'll do it with that. Okay. Alright. 26.
That hits.
1d4 plus 4, 2d4s. 4. 8.
8. Cool. That's action, bonus action, and movement. Done. Charmaine.
Oh, it's my turn again, is it? Cool.
Well, yours was your reaction to her leaving your space, the attack. Yeah.
Yes, yes. I forgot what I rolled for initiative.
Yes.
I am going to try and stab her with my longsword.
Well, she's not near you. She's further away. She ran away.
Well, I'm gonna follow her.
Okay.
Pull out my sword.
So, as you step to here, the chair sticks out a tentacle and teeth come out of it. It is a mimic.
Okay, can I kick the chair?
Well, it's going to make an attack on you with its pseudopod, which I think misses you. That's a 9 to hit. That definitely misses.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And then, so you know that one of them is, did you want to move away from this one as well and provoke opportunity there as well?
Actually, can I pick up the chair? Will it bite me if I try and pick it up?
Yeah, you think you know that you think it would most likely try to bite you. It is a chair with teeth.
Alright, I'll hit the chair.
Alright.
15 plus 6 is 21.
Hits.
So D8 plus 3. That is 10, because I rolled a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Just stab the chair right in the mouth.
Alright. How much damage did you do?
10.
10. Nice. So your sword just literally, like, you stab the chair and it just goes through it like it's a sponge.
Nice. Good or bad?
Did you want a bonus action shield bash it, or?
Yeah, I'll bash it away from my friends.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
there's no real way to do that, actually, because Jackie's in one direction and Fleur's in the other.
Punch it away from Jackie.
Can I bash it backwards?
Yeah, you could push it towards the doorway, but that means it'll be blocking your path.
Alrighty, I'll leave the chair for now, and I'll just go over to the witch as far as I can go.
Okay. So it will opportunity attack you as you move away.
Yep.
11, that's not going to get you.
No.
So it was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So you'll be there with Kegara. There you go.
Cool.
Alright. It's a Charmaine. It's the chairs. 2 chairs are going to go for Jackie. 2 chairs are going to go for Fleur. For Jackie. Natural 1 and a 18. So you take 1d8. So you take 6 bludgeoning damage as the pseudopod from the chair beside you hits you.
I had 16 temporary hit points.
You had 10 temporary hit points. So...
I thought she had 16 because she also had those extra 6 from before.
You
They don't stack.
You can't stack temporaries. You just take whatever the higher number is.
Oh, bugger.
Yeah.
They swap out. If
Yeah.
one number's bigger than the other, you swap.
If the mimic is in object form, the target is subjected to the adhesive trait. The mimic adheres to anything it touches. A huge or smaller creature is grappled. So, yeah. So this chair here is now stuck to you, Jackie. So you're grappled by it. So you can't move away from it. Basically, it's stuck its arm to you.
Bash it though, can I?
Of course you can. You can also break away with a an athletics or acrobatics. And then 2 attacks on you, Fleur. Dirty 24 and a flat 10, so 1 hit on you. 8 damage to you, and you're also grappled. Alright. That's it for the chairs. Fleur.
Well, what about Jackie?
Oh, I'm sorry.
I was 18, so
I'm sorry, Jackie. I keep forgetting about you. I skipped right over you. Jackie, your turn. I'm sorry.
I might have not even gotten hit if I could get away.
Alright
from
then. That's fine. Go for it. What do you want to do?
I wanted to get away from the chair.
Okay. So, well, one of them would have gotten a reaction on you, so I'll roll it again. It is a 16, so it would have stuck you beforehand. So
I'll hit the chair.
okay.
$26.
Yes, that hits.
13
13, nice.
plus 3d6.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 15 more. Nice work. All right. That chair isn't having a good time of it.
Really, that must be pretty strong.
Yeah, mimics are pretty tough. All right. Fleur.
I'm currently stuck to a chair, you say?
You're stuck to this chair here, yes.
And where's the hag? The hag is running away?
Yes, she's in the corridor.
I guess I'm gonna chop a chair. Chop.
Chop a chair.
Chop. Chop. 24.
It hits.
10 magical piercing.
Nice.
Is it still chopping me?
Yeah, I'm still holding on to you.
Punch. 11.
11 to hit or 11 damage?
11 to hit.
11 to hit is not enough, so you just bang your hand on a bit that was a bit too hard.
Rude. I'm going to shout at the hag. Oh, no, I can't. I punched for my bonus action. Never mind. I take
Okay.
that back.
Alright.
I can't move, so that's it.
Alright. Back to the top. Granny Nightshade. Get rid of that one there. I don't need that anymore. There she is. Well, first things first, she's going to move, so you get an opportunity to attack Kegara.
Alright. Just use... will it have to be with the...
Yeah.
Yeah, right. 16 plus whatever the thing is, which is...
What's 16 plus 10?
10, so 26.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, 10 more.
10 more, cool. She will, let me see. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. It's you, Kegara. 4, 5, 6. It's Charmaine. It's Kegara. I need you, Kegara.
Kegara, did we heal you after killing the
No.
assassin?
He's only
2 points.
He's only 2 points down. Yeah.
Okay.
Need you to make
Yep.
a wisdom saving throw, please.
$18.
Okay, you're good. She casts a spell on you. It does not stick. He goes, oh, damn it! And the key. As you enter into this room, I'll just describe what the scene that you see.
Mm-hmm.
You can hear the cat. Please let me know and I will move him.
Yeah, cat's fine.
No.
He has decided that my chest is where he has to be.
I had a cat on my shoulder begging me for dinner before.
Mm.
And they'll do that. This is the workshop. So you see in the room...
Also, Flair, check the chat.
Alright. Flickering lanterns illuminate a cluttered workshop filled with soft ambient music produced by bells and chimes. Parts of toys are heaped on tables, leering dolls' heads, half-built rocking horses, unpainted wooden balls, and the stuffed limbs of soft toys. A stove at the back of the room holds a saucepan for melting metal. 3 doors exit the workshop. 2 storefront windows overlook the marketplace. There are 3 young children gathered around a wooden work table. The eldest, a drow boy, prances on the tabletop with a bar of soap in one hand, while a halfling girl and a halfling and a human girl giggle at his audacity. But as Scabatha comes in, they go, ah! They just scatter as she comes in and hide in the corner as they see this is going on. All right, Jackie, back to you.
I'm just gonna try and finish off. Make sure that
The chair, yep, go for it.
25,
Hits.
16.
16 damage, nice.
It's still standing.
It's
though?
still standing, yeah.
I'll go next. I'll do that other dice.
Mm-hmm.
Finally get rid of it. Pretty good. That's 15
Another
again.
15 again, nice. With that, you shatter the chair and are no longer grappled.
Can I, as a bonus action, move towards the...
Well, you don't have to use a bonus action, you can just move away, but this chair might grab you as you attempt to leave.
I'm just gonna... I want to get out of the table, like...
Okay, so you just want to move away.
I just want to move away.
Alright, so you get... nope, it misses you. So, you can join everyone else through the door. Kegara.
I'm going to heat
Cast heat metal on the key in the back, yeah. Oh, what a surprise. I am totally shocked. Do the damage.
Okay, 3d8, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
But you're meant to act surprised as if you're not reading our chat where we're planning
I
things.
didn't,
So
I
then
didn't,
the audience
I
are
didn't,
like,
I did not read the chat. I heard, and I was like, there it is. He's finally worked it out.
but at least be excited for him.
But
19.
you will lose your kinetic jaunt though, just so you know.
Don't care. 19 damage.
Okay, cool. So you're doing it at the 3rd level, right? Cool.
Yeah.
No worries. Do you want to move or?
Yes, right up.
5, 10. There we go. Cool. Action, movement, bonus action.
I'm within range to hit it with
You
whip,
use
yep.
the spell, you can't.
Oh no, that's right. I don't know. What have I got? I used a spell, so I can't. Bonus actions.
You've got your inspirations. That's basically it.
Or
If you want to inspire somebody.
I can. Oh no, I can't. I'll save it.
Mhm.
Because I might use it for a punch
Okay.
or something.
Very good. All right, that's Kegara. Charmaine.
Sword! How far away is she?
Sword.
She'll be 30 feet away from... so she's 10 feet away from you.
Cool.
So if you want to use your bonus action to do your charge...
Yes, I might do that first.
Yes, so do your aggressive move. Yep. So there you are.
Oh, can I shield bash her instead of my aggressive?
Yep, either or. Well, no, because you can't shield bash... Like, you can shield bash instead of an attack, but you won't be able to sword if you bash. Because you're going to use your...
Is it a bonus action?
Yeah, but you use your bonus action to dash. Aggressive is a bonus
She's only 10 feet away.
Yeah, no, she was 30 feet away from you. Sorry, she was 40 feet away. So when you moved your 30, she was 10.
Oh,
So you need to use your aggressive to get within range to actually attack her.
Okay, I get it now. You didn't say she was 40 feet away, you said 30? Oh, 10. And I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah, sorry. When you moved your 30 feet, she was 10. I apologize.
Yeah, alrighty. Woo! 21.
Hits.
Double-handed,
Mhm.
so D10.
Mm-hmm.
What's that?
Well, you won't be able to... If you've got your shield out, you won't be able to double hand.
I didn't take out my shield.
Okay, cool.
Oh, wait, no, but that's my AC, isn't
AC,
it?
yeah.
Yes, yeah, so...
Righty. D8 then. Doesn't matter, because it's the same. 10.
10. Alright. So was it one hand or two hands?
One hand.
Okay, cool. All right. Chairs are going to have fun eating fairy. But this chair... Oh, no! Earthquake!
Oh boy.
Awesome. All right, there we go. Back to it. All right, so Charmaine, you just stabbed her in the ass. It was the chair's turn. All right. So... God. This chair is going to come after you, Jackie.
Yeah. Oh, it's chasing me.
Yes, angry chair.
Shapeshifter chases the shapeshifter. Oh
Yes.
my.
2 chairs will go for you. Now you're still grappled, aren't you? So they get advantage on this. So first one, 18.
That's my AC.
And second one, 18 again. 2 18s.
Rude.
So you take 2d8 plus 6. 8, 14 total to you.
That's a no cat. It's very rude. Being eaten by chairs.
Yes. And this one's going to attempt to hit Jackie as she runs away. 19.
Yeah, that would.
So you get tackled by the chair. The chair does 7 damage to you.
Wait, has it grappled me again?
It did it again, yeah.
Oh God.
Fleur.
I would like to smack the chair.
Smack chair. Go for it.
Oh, goodness. Alright. I'm going to use my quarterstaff in 2 hands this time.
Mm-hmm. You can have Chester.
8.
You can have Chester attack as well if you like. 8 misses, unfortunately.
Yep. Yeah, let's do that. I need to open up Chester. I'll roll a d20 and then I'll add the stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Chester rolled a 6.
Chester
That's
misses.
probably not gonna hit. Yeah.
No dice for Chester.
I might just have Chester help me next time. That might be easier.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to...
Unarmed strike.
No.
No.
I'm going to use my unsettling words
Ooh.
as my bonus action. How far away is she?
Ooh, good question. She is 80 feet.
I can't do that. She's out of my range. Never mind. I am going to spend a key point to do patient defense.
Okay. So disadvantage on you next round.
Or just flat rolls because I'm grappled.
Cool. Makes sense.
Yeah.
Alrighty. That's Fleur. She will turn around and look at you, Charmaine and Kegara, saying,
Well, you guys have been really, really rude, but I must be going now. Ta-ta!
and she casts a spell and disappears.
Okay. How about
I don't like this place. People blink in and out of reality as they please. Not natural.
Well, here it is.
And
I don't like it.
And you start hearing the drumming gets louder. And you see 3 clockwork soldiers marching in unison with the drum. Dun, 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 dun. They come marching out of the doorway.
Oh dear.
Dun, 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 dun. Jackie,
Am I still grappled by the chair?
you are still grappled by the chair.
I'll just have to attack the chair.
All right. Chair to be attacked.
27.
Hits.
16.
16.
I will do what was the last one? I can't see the other one. 12.
All right. We're back. And whatever it was, the damn the computer disconnected my main microphone and it wouldn't reconnect to it. So, yeah. It's like I heard the thing went ba-da-doo. It just wouldn't reconnect, so I just jiggled all the cables and it seemed to have come good. All right. Where were we?
She just disappeared.
The soldier just came in, and then Jackie nuked a chair, so it was Kegara's turn.
Yes. The question is, what are they made of?
They're made of tin.
Tin. Heat metal.
Okay. Roll the damage.
Well, let me tick it off the list of.
Mm-hmm.
Tick off the second one. 3d8, I believe.
If you're doing it as a...
Yep. 16.
16. All right, so this one here. He's now glowing red. And takes 16 damage. All right. Cool.
And I'll move up to put myself. I suppose.
What, do you want to be up?
Yeah, there.
There in front? Yep, cool. Charmaine.
That's a move, and I think there's no bonus action. No, there's spell.
Unless you want to use your an inspiration to inspire somebody.
I will inspire Charmaine.
Okay. You are inspired, Charmaine.
Hooray!
And it is your turn.
Can I do Scarf first?
Yeah, absolutely.
Since I'm right up on her ass.
Mm-hmm. Well, no, she teleported away, so she's not there anymore.
Oh no, she moved away, didn't she?
Yeah.
Alrighty.
You just got the soldiers.
Okay. Eldritch Blast have a single creature. Okay. They're within 120 feet of me, yeah?
Absolutely.
I rolled 18 plus 7.
18 plus 7 hits.
Yeah. 1d10. 5 damage to the closest tinged soldier.
Cool. He is still up. I think. Do you get one? No, you get 2 blasts for Eldritch Blast.
Do I?
Yeah, you get count 2, so you get to shoot twice.
Okay. Oh yes, it does say 2. You're right. Okay. Again. Ooh, I rolled a 3.
So 10. No, that's a miss.
Does inspiration count for... Oh no, with a 3 it probably wouldn't do much, huh?
Well, you know it's 10, so you could add the d6 and see how you go. Is it d6? Is it d6 for your inspirations?
I'm pretty sure it's...
Or is it d8?
I'm pretty sure it's 6. Doesn't matter because I rolled a 1.
Okay, cool. So you burnt the inspiration and you fail.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. That's Charmaine. It is the chair's turn. So flat rolls on Fleur. Oh shit. That's a dirty 20 and a natural 20.
Him.
What? I'm just rolling the dice. I have no control over what they do. So that's 6, 9. You're unconscious.
No!
How many hit points did you do me?
Alright, so it does 8, 16. I rolled an 8 plus a 3. So it's
11.
So 8, 16, 19 plus 6, which is 25.
I have 1 hit point left.
Oh, you have 1 hit point left. There you go. You're up.
Thank you very much.
My apologies. Cool. You got 1 hit point left. And then the chair is gonna whack a Jackie. Yep, that gets a Jackie. 6 points to Jackie. Alright. That's the chairs. Fleur, with your 1 beautiful, beautiful hit point.
I'm going to direct Chester to get away from the chairs, go find help, or go outside, get away.
Okay.
Do not be attacked by the chairs, because the chairs hurt.
Okay.
I'm then going to use my action to get out of the chair situation.
Okay.
I'm assuming
acrobatics or athletics. It's up to you. Yeah.
The answer is acrobatics. That is a 24.
You are free.
I would like to then get away.
Did you want to go out the door?
We're going to provoke opportunity attacks, aren't I?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I used my key point to do patient defense, which was supposed to protect me. Can you give me a good, overhead view of where everything is?
I can. So you're...
And zoom in on me. Alright. Can I cast Shatter without hitting myself?
You can't because you use your action to...
Oh, I did, didn't I?
To get out, yeah.
Bugger.
And Chester's just under the table, so he's...
So no, I cannot. I either cast Healing Word on myself and hope that that's enough healing to get me through to my next action, or I take a risk and try to run away.
Well, you can do both.
Let's do both. That's a good plan. Alright, let's do Cure Wounds, Cure Wounds. Healing Word at 2nd level. Giving me 9 hit points.
Okay.
And then we will run away!
Yeah. Out the door. Because you know there's a chair in the doorway, so...
Yeah, we'll have to go that way. Both Chester and I will...
Yeah.
Chester will disengage and...
Yeah.
Run after me.
Yeah, so he'll be basically the same spot as you. Alright.
Yeah.
Here come the Oppies. First one, 19.
That's a hit!
And second one is 18.
That's a hit!
Alright, so take 6 damage. Plus... Yeah, so you're down again. So what'll happen is that you get to here, you fall down, and then Chester's going to grab you.
And run me away.
And try and get you away. Yeah, exactly. He's like, Mom, no! So he'll, on his next turn, so on your next turn, he'll be able to do the grapple. It'll get you away from the chair. If that makes sense.
Yep.
Okay. So, the soldiers. Dun, 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 dun. Dun.
So threatening.
And they will take their punchy fists and attempt to punch your face.
You can't punch my face, I'm a bad bitch.
No, not you, Jack. Not you, Charmaine. Kagura, because he's the closest one. Alright, this one's going with disadvantage because he's on fire. So he misses, and misses the second time. Second guy misses with 1, but 18 plus 4, so 22. And he does 5 damage. And the third one, 18 and a dirty 20.
Yeah, they're gonna hit.
Yeah.
Sorry, how much damage was the first one?
Oh, shit, I've already forgotten. 5, I think?
Yep.
So 5, 9... So an additional 10.
Yep. Ouch.
So you should be at 6 points?
Yep.
Cool. Alright, so that's them. Jackie, you're up.
I'll attack the chair again.
Smash that chair.
19.
19 hits.
Cool. 15?
15 damage. You shatter this chair to pieces.
Alright. Am I anywhere near... Is there... There's another one left, is there?
There's 2 more left, and one of them appears to be eating Fleur.
Well, I'm gonna run away.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm unconscious, by the way. Like, on the ground. Blech.
She runs away. Alright. You should know where your loyalties lie.
Well, you should have attacked it instead of trying to run away from it. It just... You weren't much help.
Oh! Ooh. All right. Wow. Okay.
I missed that.
Yeah. It's probably a good thing that you did. Okay. Kegara.
Yes.
You have soldiers in front of you.
No. Well, let me do a concentration check first.
Ah, yes, true. Well, it'd be 3 individual checks of 10.
Okay, well, first 16, 11, and 13.
Yep, you're good.
Alright.
So you can do 1 attack, and then you can use the heat metal as a bonus action to inflict damage on that guy.
Okay. I have no idea how much he's got left. Yeah. Well, I'll hit the one on the right.
Yep, this one here. Yep.
So, yes. 17. 27.
Hits.
28 plus 7. 14.
14 damage to him. Cool.
Yep.
And then your 3d6 heat metal on...
3d8.
Oh, 3d8, sorry.
7 and 5 is 12. 6 is 18.
18. Alright, he melts. Into Schlag. Charmaine.
I'm going to run over and stab a tin soldier.
Okay, you want to go
that one.
That one? Right, cool.
Yep. My iPad died, so let me just pull up my sheet again.
I've got your sheet here if you want to know. Just roll your dice.
Okay.
So
I rolled 8.
8 plus 7 is 15. Not enough, unfortunately.
Bugger.
You can bonus action shield bash, though.
Yeah, let's bash him.
Alright.
Get away from my friend.
Do I have to roll for that?
I don't think so. He just gets shoved
take the
5
attack
feet
action, you
away.
can use a bonus action to try and shove a creature with your shield. It's a check, isn't it? Shield Master Evasion. Features and traits. Bardic Versatility.
It just says if you take the attack action, you can use a bonus action.
Yeah, but there's a rule. It works in a specific way. So, you can use a bonus action to shove a creature within 5 feet with your shield. If you want to incapacitate, you enter shield. Where the hell are the rules for the shove?
You're not showing up.
No. Damn.
I think shove is just a contested grapple, but with extras.
Yeah.
Let me just pull out my DM screen next to me.
Shove actions. There we go. Using an attack action, you can make a special melee attack as a shove. You can either knock it prone or push it away from you. If you're able to make multiple attacks, attack action. No one size bigger. Instead of making an attack action, okay, you make a strength athletics, contested strength athletics checks or dexterity acrobatics. All right, cool. So you roll on your thing. It rolled an 8 with. It has so 8. It rolled a flat 10. So you just need to make an athletics.
Okay.
So roll your d20, Charmaine.
I rolled 13 and 13? I have a +4 to athletics.
All right, cool. So do you want to knock him over or do you want to push him away?
I'm gonna knock him over.
Knock him over. All right. So he goes on his ass. All right, cool. Done. Scarf can have a go, but they are constructs, and you're fairly certain they'd be immune to poison. So.
Oh, fuck! I used my bonus action. I can't do healing word on Fleur.
No. It also flows too far away, so.
Oh, fuck. Alrighty then.
Kind of traveling in the opposite direction.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've only got 60 hit points.
Well, it's too late now anyway, because she's already...
Yeah, I don't have a turn left.
The chairs basically done with you. So they'll just begin to walk this way.
They don't care about Chester?
No.
Oh, good.
They were given specific orders, or they're trained very specifically to deal with certain types of creatures. Chester doesn't count as something that they've been trained to deal with.
Hmm.
That's all they will do for their turn. Fleur, death save.
Uh, 17.
17, one success. Chester, it's okay, Mum. Hey guys, help! Mum's hurt!
Good boy, that Chester.
The soldier will flip up. This guy here will attack Kegara. This guy here will attack you, Charmaine. Kegara, 13 and 18.
13's not going to do it.
So the 18 does.
But the 18 will.
Cool.
Down I go.
Yep, 6 hit points precisely. You go.
Fuck.
And this one here, Charmaine. Natural 1 and 23.
Oof, I suppose the 23 hits.
And you take 6 hit points. So, well, you're not at 40. You're at 42 now.
42.
Right? Yeah. 42.
Oh.
The question, so much as it was far too broadly based. Alright, so that's it for them. Jackie.
I'll have a healing word for, so she doesn't die.
You'll have to go back.
Oh, okay.
So you run back to there and you shout a healing word at her?
Yep.
Roll your healing.
It's 11.
11. You get 11 hit points back there.
And that's a bonus action, so I can still hit something.
Mm-hmm.
So what am I closest to? Probably got this.
Nothing at this point.
Oh, cool.
You could do a vicious mockery on one of the chairs. That'd be basically it. Because you can do a leveled spell as a bonus action, then a cantrip as an action.
Oh. So I will.
So you can do a chair or a soldier. It's up to you.
What's closest to us?
The chair.
Probably the chairs. I should do the chairs. They're pretty strong though, aren't they?
Hmm.
I will just say that the chairs are stupid.
Hit no natural 1. It's feeling very stupid. Damage?
3.
3 damage. Oh.
But they're at disadvantage.
Disadvantage. It gets disadvantage next round. It's like, oh. Sad chair.
So there's no way to. I don't know.
No, you can't do any additional damage to it. Kegara, death save.
Alright. 13?
It's a success. You're good. Charmaine.
Healing word.
Alright.
Spell.
What level? 1, 2, or 3?
I've only got 1 or 2. I might do level 2.
2? Alright. Yeah, you got 3rd level spells, don't you? Or have you used your 3rd level spells?
I don't have any 3rd level spells.
Oh, what? Oh, that's right.
I'm only level.
Because you're a level 1 warlock, that's right. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
I rolled 2 4s.
So 12.
12.
12 back to.
So whom?
And I'm also gonna hit that soldier.
Go for it.
My dice. 7 plus 6, 13 isn't going to do it, is it?
It is not, no.
No. That's me.
Alright. The shares. Dun, 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 dun. Disadvantage on Jackie. Ooh, that's still an 18. Hang on. It's D8, isn't it? Not a D6. Yeah. So 5 damage to you, Jackie. And you're grappled. And this one will have advantage. Yep, that hits you. Another 9 points. Alright. Jackie's getting attacked by chairs. Fleur, you are awake.
Alright. Can you give me more screen? That might be too much screen.
Better?
Yeah. This time, can I cast Shadow on the chairs without hurting anybody that I don't want to hurt?
What's the range on Shadow?
60 feet, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, and what's the radius of it? So
10 foot.
is it centered on you or?
A point of your choice within range, within 60 feet. Each creature in a 10-foot radius sphere centered on the point.
Oh yeah, easy. Yeah, you can hit it. So you can just like jump onto the table and then shatter.
Yeah.
And get both of them. So what's the save?
Constitution 13.
3 and 14. So
Half damage for one.
yeah. So roll your damage.
15 thunder damage?
Cool. So
Yes. 15 thunder damage.
15 for one, 7 for the other.
Correct.
Alright. Cool.
A creature made of inorganic materials such as stone, crystal, or metal has disadvantage on the saving throw. I guess wood doesn't count?
No, but they're actually not technically made of wood, they're mimics, so
Oh, okay, yeah.
yeah.
So I guess things that can't dodge have disadvantage,
Basically,
I suppose.
yeah.
is what
It's,
I was trying
it's
to say.
things like golems and stuff like that. That's the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's my action.
Mm-hmm.
That's my AoE DPS. Bonus action, kick a teacup off the table.
Okay. One teacup is smashed.
Have a tantrum.
It's like, "Ah!" It's like, Mom, you're alive. All right. The soldier's turn. This soldier's gonna kick her while he's down.
Let's see, rude.
So
Kegara's not down anymore, he's up.
no, you're still prone though, so he gets advantage on the attacks. That's all. So the first one misses. Second attack. I think that might also miss actually. 16. I think that's your AC. Yes.
Yeah, it's my AC.
Okay. Unless you want to use your parry.
That requires a inspiration.
No, it's a reaction to parry.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, I'll parry then.
Okay, so it misses. Because yeah, it bumps you up to 19 for that one attack.
Nice.
So yeah, so you parry on the ground, and the other one will attack Charmaine. 23.
Oof.
For another 7.
Ouch.
Okie dokie. That's the soldiers. Jackie, you have 2 chairs sticking to your ass.
Alright. Which one?
The one behind is the least damage. The one beside is the most damage.
I'll do the one beside me.
Mm-hmm.
damage, and I only got 13, so...
That's a miss, unfortunately. Actually, is it? No, it's a hit. It's a hit.
Cool. I rolled 15.
15, cool.
That, and I will double check if I still have inspiration, but I've got one more inspiration.
All right, so 3d6.
So it's not down yet, is it?
No.
It's my last of the inspirations. 6. 8?
8 more.
Is it dead?
It is not.
Oh.
Close.
Am I close enough to do a healing word on Kregra, who's lying down?
Yeah? No, just out.
Can you use them on Fleur?
Yeah, I think so.
You can use it on Fleur, but Fleur's already up and not in danger at the moment, so... You can use it. I'm just saying, there's no critical...
No critical danger?
No critical need at the moment is what I'm getting, yeah.
What about from next turn? Who's likely to go down?
No, because there's no... You're fighting...
It's only me.
You're fighting the chairs at the moment, yeah.
I might as well just do it on myself since I'm only like 15.
Yep, that's fine. Heal yourself. Bard, heal thyself. Kegara.
Alright.
Flip.
I will wail on the right hand side one, I guess.
Go for it.
$19.
That hits. $12 damage. Ooh. He basically you whack him and you see cogs and springs go flying out, but he's barely hanging on.
Well, I'll hit him with the kiss, which is 23.
That hits, and he falls apart.
Yep.
Yeah, 1 hit point left. All right.
That's my action. Bonus action. There's nothing else I can do, yeah?
Charmaine.
Sword!
Go for it.
Oh, there's only the one left, isn't there?
Hmm.
Good beans! That makes it easier. Get out of my dice tray. Does 15 hit?
No, 15 does not hit.
Fuck! I keep missing. Alrighty, what bonus actions do I have?
You can bash it, but the problem is with bashing it will get up next round because it goes before you.
Yeah. I don't have any spells. I'm just gonna bash it aside.
Okay.
And then step in between it and Kegarak.
Yep. Cool. Rolled a 4. I don't think it can pass. So.
No.
Nicely done. All right. That's it for you. The chairs. Nom, 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 nom. How many hit points did you
13.
get? Sorry?
13.
You got 13.
I rolled on the 3rd level.
Damn. All right. All right. Nom nom chairs. First one hits. Second one also hits. 9 damage total from the nom nom chairs. Fleur, you're up.
Okay. Why are they still alive?
Because they've got a lot of hit. They got a lot of hit points.
Stupid chairs.
I got about...
I'm going to cast Cure Wounds on myself.
Mm-hmm.
Gives me 6 more hit points. And
I'm going to come and back up Jackie.
Meow.
Just to stay back where it's safe. Just in case.
I'm coming, Mom. I got you.
No, stay back.
I am back. I'm backing you up.
Such a helpful pup. Bonus action. Gonna inspire Jackie to do the best chopping she's ever done in her life.
Am I able to use that as a...
You'll have. So you've got an inspiration, so you can add a D6 to your attack roll next round.
Oh.
Yeah. You can't use her inspiration to activate your inspiration abilities, unfortunately, to do the extra damage. All right. Choppy the soldier. A 3 and a 5, so just can't get through your shield there, Charmaine. That's it for him. Jackie. Get chair chopping.
I'll do that chair that should be pretty weak.
Yeah.
19.
Hits.
11.
11. There you go. So you chop that chair in half.
I got a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
I might give myself more healing powers. What should I do? I'll just do a first level healing word. I'm running out of spell slots.
Yep. Kegara.
Oh,
Yes.
I got a 9.
9. Nice. Your turn.
I will hit the sword first. 27.
Hits.
8. Oh, that one's only 9.
9.
And 16, 26.
Mm-hmm.
And oh wait, it's 2d4. Alright. 5, 9 more.
9 more. 18. Nice work. Kegara. Charmaine.
Sword.
Sword.
Sword. 14 plus 6, I believe.
That hits.
Yes. Woo! 8 plus 3, 11 damage.
11 damage. You shatter it into pieces with your sword, finally connecting beautifully with it. Cogs and bits and pieces go everywhere. And Scarf goes, yes! High five! Chairs. Chair will continue to nom at a Jackie. That's a hit on a Jackie. God.
I'm glad that it's not hitting me as much as it could. It's chomping me so much.
I know.
It's the only reason I didn't die faster.
Oh, you should have actually died a lot quicker. I haven't been rolling the acid damage. Never mind. It's D8 plus 3 plus 1d8 acid damage. I completely missed that. Oh well. Lucky. You should have been a pile of goo, Fleur.
Wow.
Think yourself lucky that I don't. I get excited and don't read stat lines all the way through. Fleur, you're up.
We're gonna do a quarterstaff chop, and we're gonna do an unarmed attack, I think. This chair needs to go. It has outlived its usefulness. 25
That
for a
hits.
two-handed stick. 12 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
I'll be right back.
Nice.
Unarmed strike. There's a 14
Hits.
for 8. I just did max damage
Nice
on
work.
both my dice rolls.
That's
I didn't hit with anything, and then it's being nice to me.
all
Rule of
right.
thumb: be unconscious, and then you get to hit things.
All right, That's Fleur. The soldiers are gone. Jackie.
I want to attack.
Go for it. Hits.
13.
13.
And
Still up.
I'm going to give myself a healing word.
Okay. It's Kegara's turn. So I'm just gonna say he can move to there, and he can teleport to here, and then he can just do a sword. Let's use his digital dice. There you go. He hits it. D8 plus 7 does 10 damage to it. It's still up, but barely. Charmaine.
How far away are those chairs?
The last chair is 70 feet. 65 feet. So you won't be at... So you can just do a move and a dash.
Could I use my aggressive?
No, even so, you still won't get within range. You'll still be 5 feet
bugger.
out. So if you just do a regular dash, save your aggressive, then if it survives the next round, you can whack it.
Okay.
Fleur.
Yay! Punch chair time.
Mm-hmm.
Big stick. 22.
Hits.
10 bludgeoning damage.
Mm-hmm. It shatters into pieces
Oh, thank goodness.
and melts away.
I have +6.
Oh, 6 additional hit points. Cool. All right.
Is
And
there
with-
anything else left to punch?
Some
I am
small,
back.
some small children come up behind you and say,
Can I punch them?
you can punch the children if you like.
No, I'll wait for it.
It's like, oh, wow, you guys are in so much trouble.
Why? You kick ass.
Yeah, but she got away. She's going to come back soon.
No, we weren't much help. Why were you here the whole time?
Yeah, we were hiding in the corner.
How about we have a snack, and then we wait for her to come back, and then we'll punch her some more.
Okay. This is much of a rescue, but thanks. And that's where we'll leave today's session. Just realized we went for nearly 3 hours, a little over 3 hours, actually.
Yeah.
Nice.
There we go.
For now, thank you to my players. Charmaine.
I hit things with sword.
Kegara.
I appear to be bleeding.
Fleur.
I'm really sticky.
And Jackie.
Jackie.
And until next time, everybody, remember to keep on blending. Bye!